Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about blockchain. So when we hear the word blockchain, the first thing that comes in our mind is what is blockchain? So blockchain is basically a data structure that is an ordered backlinked list of blocks of transactions. So basically it's like a chain or a series of blocks where each block is added to the end. It is often visualized as a vertical stack, like the blocks are laid on top of each other. The first block is the foundation of the block and is known as Genesis block. Blockchain is a decentralized approach. There is no one person who is controlling it. There are many people who are verifying every transaction that is happening in the blockchain. So blockchain is a financial ledger entry, or you can say it is a record of a transaction. Whenever a transaction is taking place in anywhere in the world, there are people who are first verifying the transaction, and then that is added to a block, and then that block is added to the blockchain. So it is a digital ledger in which transactions are made in Florin coin or any other cryptocurrency like Flow, Bitcoin, etc. These transactions are digitally signed to ensure its authenticity so that no one can tamper it. Basically, what happens is each transaction is first after occurring. Each transaction is verified using different algorithms. Then, and those algorithms are complex and that cannot be done by any people. So there are particular people who do the verification thing, and then these blocks are added. So it is blockchain is basically an ordered data structure. The In the blockchain, the present block contains the hash of the previous block, which is used for linking. That's why blockchain is also known as a backlinked list. So the present block contains the hash of the previous block that you can see it's like an address. So it's like the address from the block number. It is basically used to keep the sequence. So that the hash contained in the block it it cannot be changed. And if a hash is being changed, since or the present block contains the hash of the previous block, if someone wants to tamper with the block, then the hash needs to be changed or it will get changed. So when that happens, then all the further blocks needs to be the hash in that needs to be changed. So that is nearly impossible. That's why security, blockchain gives such amount of security. So how the transactions happen? Uh, the transactions are like the transfer of values through that happen in open. The blocks are basically public, so anyone can view it. It's not something that is uh, like not visible. It is shared and it is public. So how the transactions are made? Someone first requests for a transaction. So suppose I want to make a transaction. First, I will be sending a request. Then that request will be broadcasted, and it is broadcast to a peer-to-peer network consisting of computers. Each computers are known as nodes. Then the validation part comes, as I discussed earlier. There are very complex algorithms that are used to validate the transactions and the user status knowing this algorithm. After this is verified, then the records are being made, and then the new block is being added to the existing blockchain. And the blocks that are being added after verification, they are permanent and unalterable. So then after the block is being attached to the blockchain, then your transaction is complete. So what is a block? A block is a container data structure. It's like it basically stores the data of all the transactions made. It's like a record book, you can say. So each time a block is completed, it gives the next block a way. So first, the present block once closed, then only a new block can be added. The block is a permanent store of records which once written cannot be altered or removed. And as I discussed, if someone wants to tamper uh, the data in the blockchain in a block, they need to change the hash in every other following block. That's why it's almost unalterable. In the Bitcoin world, a block contains more than 500 transactions in average. Its average size varies between 1 MB to 8 MB, and the block size mainly depends on the size of the block. Uh, one block may contain more than one uh, transactions, data of transactions. So these in one block, there's basically the data about the transaction, like the date, time, what amount is being transacted. Then the block number is there so that the series is being maintained, and it has the address, hash code, previous hash address, present hash address, so that that can be used later. So here is an example of a block. So this hash is the first is the present hash of the block. This is the version, and the previous block is the address that is like the backlink list, what I just said. It is the address of the previous block so that if someone is tampering with the present block, so the hash will be changed. And then they have to change all the further blocks, the hash in all the further blocks. Then there's time and difficulty type.